It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's another training log. Let's get into it. I'm Carl Ragavan, Europe's original starting strength coach. This is Beautiful Strength. Welcome to the show. All right, so this week I am in the UK for a few weeks. So I'm training at a commercial gym, and obviously if you're someone like myself, it's not a flex. It does get a bit annoying training at a commercial gym because the equipment is not Eleiko steel. So it's good in a way because being a powerlifting princess, when you have all the gear, it does kind of make you feel a bit precious. And yeah, I definitely just, especially on the back squat, which is what you're going to see this week, it definitely makes a difference. First part of heavy day was strict press, and like I've already said to you guys, I've been adding in a little bit more singles on my heavy strict press. So on the press, usually I'm able to stay a little bit more strict. And what I mean by that is there's a little bit of cheeky layback happening. And where that's happening is actually from my hips being forward. It's not so much I'm leaning my shoulders away from the bar. So for me, a strict press is where the bar is completely still. There's no bounce or throw of the hips. It's just paused, and then you drive up. So as this press has got increasingly heavier, I've just started to do a teeny bit of keeping my hips forward. I like to keep the hips forward so your chin is out of the way, but then the goal is to then drive under it and not stay in that kind of position. Whereas, you know, I'm very strong in that position. So that's kind of what happened today. Not too fast. You know, to me, it's still a strict press, but the haters will say otherwise, but they don't know what they're doing anyway. So I did 3 singles, 120. So on the low pin setting, I did 125 for a couple of singles too. Have a look at that. And again, so for those of you who are keeping in tune with how my training log has been, I've had a little bit of stumbling blocks to get past 240 for 5s. And I've just phased in a few heavy singles. And again, you know, I'm quite advanced and I'm quite in tune with how my strength levels are, because I've been doing this for a very long time. Well over a decade. So when I say I feel like there's more, or I'm reserving myself because of XYZ, I am still pushing myself very hard. So if I hold back and don't do a set of 5, I've got a lot of data to back up the reasons for that. Sometimes it's being a pussy, but I think for me, being the experience and strength level I'm at, I'm able to have an educated opinion on how things are going. And I was right. I did a 260 last week, and I did a 270 at this gym. And again, Wolverson equipment. Their traditional bumper plates are very, very thick, which would cause the bar to swing around way more. Luckily, they have a more compact set, so you're actually going to see the difference, because on the squat, I used their thinner bumper plates, and then on the haltings, I did 260 with their regular bumper plates. And the reason that's annoying is the clips barely clip onto the bar, so they have an issue of falling off sometimes. And if you're strong enough, you've had this problem with bumper plates. But on the 270, I didn't really want to risk clips and the plates moving around. And also, when the weight is further away from the collar, there's just way more vibrations, which you just don't want in a squat. And also because it's Wolverson, you know, the steel and the power bar that they have, is the tensile strength is not as strong as an Eleiko bar. So it definitely makes it a lot harder. So the fact that I did this 270 in training, you know, it's the second heavy single I've done all year. Literally cracked a 260 last week, 270 this week. So what you'll see on the film is I filmed 250, my last warm-up, 270, and then the haltings was a very tough 260 for a triple. And again, like I said, I probably should have done 2 triples, but I didn't. I just wanted to see how my back and my body would feel from recovering from doing 270 and the haltings. So 260 on the halting has been a tough weight for me, but I was happy with today, and I had a great session, and I hope you enjoy it too. So I hope you liked today's training log. I was very happy with the 270 squat. Hope you liked it too. And if you did, comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the business. I'm Carl Ragavan. That was Beautiful Strength. And remember, the barbell never lies.